side. You're gonna dig my style. You're gonna walk the same.
Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Sunday, the blessed game edition. What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Sorry, we're a few minutes late. Running a few minutes on the late side, but want to ensure that everybody has a big winning day today. Premium plays are posted. My personal plays are out. If you're on my personal plays and you don't have them, shoot me a text message. That means for some reason it didn't go through. Nonetheless, I almost said happy Monday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I see everybody tuning in. I do apologize for being a few minutes late. I had to get that fresh, hot brew rolling. It's good this morning. Extra, extra strong. Good morning, everybody. Jay Shep, Mike Brown, Joe Free, Brian T, Shane Russell, good morning. GH, good morning. Renault Brown, Josh, Kirk, good morning. David, good morning. Manuel, good morning. Prantia in the house, good morning. Live, then the gun range, then football all day. That sounds like an amazing day right there. Mike Scott, good morning. Josh, good morning. Brad, good morning. Hopefully that new car is treating you well. Eli. Actually, it's a Leeser. Good morning. Golden Boy, good morning. Weed Man, good morning. Jeremiah, good morning. William tuning in via text, good morning. Thomas G, good morning. Rodney, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Josh, good morning. Onyx Paving, good morning. Tim, good morning. Joseph, good morning. Rory, good morning. Thomas G, good morning. Trey, good morning. If I miss you, I do apologize. It's nothing personal. Justice, good morning. Josh D, good morning. Nick Rez, good morning. TMW, good morning. If I miss you, I do apologize. Anthony, good morning, sir. Should be close to the bottom now. Should be getting closer. Pat, good morning. Said cold and windy here. Got to get some work done, but I'll definitely be here listening. Thank you. We appreciate it. Just glad to have everybody tuning in. Neverez, good morning. Julian Castillo, good morning. Any good lock for today? He says, yep, the NFL guaranteed Sunday play, which we're 8-1 on the year. I'd have to say that'd probably be the closest that we could get to one. GH, I already got you, but good morning again. T-Money, good morning. They need to just have a big list. Need to have a big list. Actually, I think that I do. I think there is an actual way that I can do it, make this easier rather than having to scroll through. Gennaro, good morning. Mr. Grover, good morning. Rookie MVP, good morning. Last of a Dying Breed, good morning. Devin, good morning. Morcolo, good morning. Chris Kennedy, good morning. Raymond D, good morning. NBA Real Tape, good morning. Thank you, NBA Real Tape. I believe I replied to your email literally like 2 minutes before we went live. J Rock, good morning. Calvin, good morning. Lenny G, good morning. Yeah, U of A, they almost had them. They almost had my Trojans, that's for sure. Kirk Gray, good morning. Mr. Watson, good morning. Big Ass Redwood, good morning. Adam D, good morning. J.U., good morning. Robbie6511, good morning. Yes, the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play is up. It is up. RX Sunny, good morning. Stack, go up. Tar Heel Tim, the other Tim. Big Afro Kid, good morning. with the exception of losing guaranteed Saturday yesterday, everything else was pretty much a wash. You know, I'll take a 2-2 day. If you're going to tell me I'm going to have a bad day and you're going to go 2-2, cool. I'll take it. Molly Crow, I have the wrong date on the video. Let me check real quick. Hold on. It's possible that they screwed shit up. Oh, yeah, they did. They did screw shit up for me. I don't know why it even says week 9. Saints and Buccaneers. What the hell? Hold on one second. I don't know what they did, but they definitely did. That sucks because it's going to show on YouTube now. Give me 1 second here. Thank you. I appreciate that for pointing that out. If you guys hit the refresh button on your browser, it should show now. Thank you for pointing that out. I do appreciate that. I don't know what they did to set that live feed up last night. I don't do that, but I mean, I have the capability to or change it. Adam L., good morning. Thank you for pointing that out. Molly Cruel, I appreciate that. Dennis, good morning. Jeremiah, yeah, still they. You know, when I did my follow-up, they said that it could take, I should be on the way out of the feeling like I have the sinus infection after my my surgery. I should be on the way to feeling recovered. So I definitely feel better, but I still sound it, no doubt about it. I was just blowing my nose right before we went live. I definitely appreciate it, Molly. Tony Vogt, thank you for signing up. I see you just signed up for the combo package. If you were watching, brother, I will be sending you my personal plays, premium plays, and the big Sunday NFL play are all online. And it's gonna be a good day today. In 1 second, folks. And you have until, what is it, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. to get on board for the Sunday NFL play. Thank you, Nick. I'll get you taken care of, Nick, as soon as we get off the live chat. As soon as we get off the live chat, Nick, I'll get you taken care of. Because I have to put those promos in the system. It's not a pain in the ass, but it's I have to put it in the system and get all that done. All right, so happy Sunday, everybody. Allie's View, good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Yesterday was an kind of day. Premium plays split out. My personal plays ended up splitting out. Lost guaranteed Saturday. Free plays started out rough, ended up splitting out. So it was a split out kind of day yesterday. And, you know, I had a couple people reach out and say, oh, what a shitty day. I went 2-2. Well, damn. If you're going to tell me I'm going to have a bad day and it's going to be a 2-2 kind of day, I'll take it. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. D-Wade, yeah, the free plays. Free plays ended up, what did we win, 11 or 12 or 13 straight, something like that. Something like that. It was definitely good. That's for sure. That's for sure. Lucky says, didn't realize 2-2 was a shitty day. Always thought shitty days were days you lose all your picks, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, if I'm going to have a bad day, I will take a 2-2 and lose a little bit of juice and call it an even Steven kind of day. You know, you lose a little bit of juice. It's not that bad. If that's your, your worst, if that's your worst outcome for the day, then okay, I'll take it. And we'll do the recap. I did it during the daily live show. But I was talking to another couple people yesterday. Yesterday was just an awkward kind of day. The way the games went and the way some plays didn't cash was weird. For instance, that free play on the Penn State-Nebraska first quarter over. We had it. The receiver had him hit a nice, easy touchdown right in the hands, right in his mitts. Just, he didn't haul it in. I mean, it wasn't even a diving catch. I mean, it was literally running, hit him right in the hands and the chest, and it bounced, I believe, off his chest protector in his hands. We had it. You catch that, you catch that, we've got a winner. Unfortunately, we don't get it. That was the start of it, and from there, it was. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Miguel says, yesterday was a great day. RX Sunny says, like Indiana, couldn't give us one more touchdown. We had Indiana as a premium play. We had Indiana laying 7 as a premium play. Easy money against Michigan State. And then we also had the team total over 30. Over 30. They were 24-0 at the half. And rightfully so, we should have popped the over in that game. The team total over in the first half. Had opportunities. Okay, no problem. We'll get the second half. How many times did we see 4th and goal from within 1 yard, interception in the end zone for Indiana to get us over 30? It was insane. So we dropped that one by weird luck. The other personal plays. Okay, I was on the wrong side of the West Virginia TCU. West Virginia TCU over. Should have probably rolled with the under yet again. They cost me 2 weeks in a row. Made a lot of money on that before that. And I didn't learn my lesson last week. Fresno State was a nice winner. Wisconsin was a nice winner. So I started out the day 0-2. I ended up finishing out the day 2-2. And didn't lose really. We lost 0.15 of a unit. 0.15 of a unit. No big deal. Premium plays. Obviously, we won on Indiana. That Marshall Middle Tennessee State first quarter over. They got it in the second. We didn't win. They picked up the scoring like I thought they would towards the second quarter. Middle of the second quarter and on. We dropped Georgia Southern, who was definitely looking like they were going to have an opportunity, and they fell flat late in the game against Texas State. Couldn't stop Texas State's last 2 drives. And then Florida's team total over 38.5, easy winner there. I think they doubled it. So 2-2 and lost just under 0.2 of a unit there. So no big deal there. Free plays. Wisconsin, Michigan, over 52.5. Wisconsin as well. We dropped the Sunderland, dropped the Penn in Nebraska first quarter. So 2-2 on free plays. No big deal. I think free plays this week now are 13-2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Big ass Redwoods, would you take 3+ touchdowns? It's going to be super, super windy there. I expect that game to be a running game. I was loving the over until I saw the wind. I was loving the over until I saw the wind. Now it probably still goes over, but I was loving the over until I saw the wind, so I backed off of that one. Very nice, David. Congrats. Yeah, SMU cost a lot of people some money. It cost a buddy of mine $9,000. It cost me, I did a $200 7-teamer yesterday for fun. The first 6 were in the bag. I needed SMU money line. I paid $14K. Paid $14K. Give me 1 second, folks. Turn your phone sideways. Scroll down just a little bit. Look for your username. Click the small box that has 4 boxes inside it, and then scroll down. 10 cents. So overall, kind of a wish-washy day. Guaranteed Saturday yesterday was a barn burner of a day. Georgia State, App State over 63. That was a ridiculously low-scoring game. And you know what's funny? It was like they turned the Jets on for App State, their last drive in the fourth quarter. It was like, oh, all of a sudden we're going to score a touchdown. All of a sudden we're going to score a touchdown. They go up 17-13. And they end up winning 17-13 and we get 30 points scored. I was kind of hoping they would stall out and have to kick a field goal. They tied up 13-13 because, you know, you get to overtime in college, anything can fucking happen. Anything. Anything can happen. Jeremiah, it happens every day. Every day. Jalen, good morning. Lenny says, I've heard you repeat that a million times. We're going to hear it a million more today. Yeah, it's you know, and Renault, what I was saying yesterday is a lot of these first quarter overs that you miss, they hit within 1 to 2 plays in the second quarter. It's just a timing thing. It's just a timing thing, unfortunately. So we'll have a good day today. Do you think they will play college football next weekend? Yes. Why wouldn't they play college football next weekend? Mike Brown says 14K ouch. I don't feel so bad now. You know, SMU money line was a shitty deal. For sure. But, you know, it is what it is. You move on, you move forward. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to have a ball today. I think Michigan keeps Harbaugh until the end of the season. They shouldn't, but I think they do. James, they blew a 21-0 lead. I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching it. All I saw was all of a sudden we were losing. All I saw was like 4th and 1 or 4th and something. 17 Clipper canceled the Pac-12. I don't know why they'd cancel the Pac-12 because they're playing Pac-12 football on Sunday. If they were going to cancel the Pac-12, they wouldn't be playing today. The Pac-12 has actually done what no other conference has done. They actually adapted their schedule, and on 2 days' notice, the two teams that were not supposed to be playing each other due to their opponents dropping out because of COVID, all of a sudden they matched these two teams up, a.k.a. Cal and UCLA today. Not bad if you ask me. That shows conferences that actually want to participate. Unlike the Big Ten, Pac-12 will allow changes. Lucky 2001 says, I hope Michigan keeps Harbaugh for years to come. I don't think it'll be years to come. I think his job is definitely on the chopping block. He's probably putting feelers out in the NFL, I would suspect. I would not doubt it one bit because he'll be gone. Or the Ivy League. Enrique, fight on. Absolutely, go USC. We got the job done yesterday. Somehow, some way, Trojans got the job done yesterday. J-Rock, right? I will tell you, the MAC is definitely a fun conference to watch. But with the MAC, I don't know if it's always fun to bet because wild and wacky shit will take place in the MAC. That's the only problem with the MAC is you still get that wild and wacky shit. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, you're still prone to that wild and wacky shit. Jay Kwan says, Penn State, Nebraska killed me first quarter. Well, no free play, especially a first quarter over bet, should ever kill anybody. And I'm just speaking the truth there. If you're going all in or you're betting so big that a first quarter over kills you, then you're doing this whole betting thing incorrectly. Yeah, Arizona gave them a run for their money. No doubt about that one. There was a reason why I didn't take USC yesterday. I think USC will have enough to probably pull out the Pac-12 South as long as they don't, shoot their own foot and beat themselves. But I think when it comes to playing Oregon, which Oregon's not the same team, let's be honest, Oregon's not the same team as they have been in the past. But that's more than likely who they'll end up playing in the Pac-12 championship game, assuming that, USC doesn't shoot themselves in their own foot. And I can't see any other scenario for that one. Oregon gave up 29 points to Washington State. But taking a look at the Trojans, final schedule, we got Utah. Colorado will be a test. Colorado will put us on upset alert. And then Washington State, and too early to tell for UCLA. UCLA may be able to turn their program around. Ken with two N's, AK40 says, great day yesterday. Glad you had a good day. Cortland, what's going on? And the Trojans' defense is piss poor. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a fact. Junior, why is the game so low? Well, it probably started out because Roethlisberger was on the COVID list. He's off of the COVID list and will be playing today. Fantasy R&R. I told you this exact thing yesterday. You want to come and join our live chat? Cool. But don't just come here, drop a comment to promote your channel. It's kind of a, no offense, but it's kind of a dickish move. But I gave you the free pass on that one yesterday. Big Ben is playing today. Big Ben is playing today, just so you guys know. David, it ain't over yet. You know, it ain't over yet. Ass kicking style says lame trolls kick him out, right? A lot of wind in some of those northern and east coast games today, so be careful, guys. But yeah, I'd love to hit the Dustin Johnson bet. 4-shot lead after one. So either him or Thomas. I either need him or JT to win. I don't think anybody else has a chance. Well, I mean, the other people have a chance, but farther, I mean, guys that I have tickets on. Rory being 8 back. Although if he shoots 7-8 under again, he'll have an opportunity, but yeah, I gave it to everybody as well. So before the Masters started, 2 days before, I gave out my future bets. I gave them to everybody. So hopefully you guys are all riding with me on that. And I don't think there'll be a bigger free bet that I've given out as far as what it pays to everybody. But we do have Dustin to win. Dustin to win at plus 900. Justin Thomas at plus 1,200 if he's able to pull something from behind. TMW says, Kyle, I kind of stumbled on your YouTube page by accident. Been following for a few days. Do you do anything with hockey? We do. We do the NHL as well. Henry Warden, can we do the Cardinals and Bills game? Yeah, we'll get to the game day breakdowns. That we will do. Miami and the Chargers, Mauricio wants. Yeah, we'll do that one as well. We're going to try and, I don't know if we're going to be able to do all of them, but we're definitely going to try. Don't forget, if you're in the NFL Pick'em pool for Cappers Direct, that was for all our customers. Don't forget to enter your picks. Pat sitting in third. Shapendi in first. Corey Ledbetter in second. Big Dog 76 in fourth. JD 213 in fifth. I'm picking up the steam. Sitting in sixth. Definitely lucky we could do that one as well. A lot of people dropped off and stopped entering their plays in that one. And remember, that one will have some surprises for everybody as well. So don't forget to enter your picks there. I need to make sure I have myself a good week in that one again. Which I think I will. We will take a look at some of the props as well. Gronk anytime TD is always good. Going to be a lot of weather in that game as well. And we're going to get to that here shortly. Give me 1 second, and then we'll... let's see here. Okay. Lucky 2001, is it too late to enter? Yeah. Yeah, that was a special promo where you had to be buying a package within a week or back when the NFL started. Matt Solo, how many free plays do I anticipate? I don't know. We'll find out. Ross Pitts, how do you get on that pool? That one's already over. I mean, that one's already, to get in, it's already done. That one is already done. Do we give parlay advice in our packages? We're not a big parlay supporter. Do I bet parlays? I do. The only thing that I recommend with a parlay is to bet them for fun. Now, I'm not going to lie. We did give out a teaser today. That is for sure. But for the most part, not a big... if all you can bet is parlays, you're better off going to open up an offshore book and getting a book where you can straight bet, because we're not just going to give you parlays. Parlays should just be for fun money and going from there. Matt says Black Friday sale at current Walmart. Air fryers coming to a house near you. Air fryers coming everywhere. Jason McNair, thank you, sir, for signing up for 3 days of the premium plays. Joseph, Cameron, Trey, Michael, Lenny G, Tim, Gregory, Robert, thanks for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play. I see you guys just jumped on board it. It is only $50. And let me tell you, we're 8-1 on the year. We'll be 9-1 after today. James says, you're not kidding about strong wind in the Mideast. My heavy-duty patio furniture blowing all over here in Indiana. That's no good. Tie it down. Long shot 89, 5 days without cell phone service. Sure missed my Cap Nation Barbershop talk. Glad to have you back. Mauricio, definitely. Nobody's out of it. Just need a good week. D-Wade, what do I think about a 3-team 10-point teaser? I bet them. Just depends who you've got on them. Jay Hugh is a guaranteed Saturday. You mean the big Sunday NFL play? Yeah, it's a full game bet. We'll never give out like a halftime bet or a quarter bet for a guaranteed play. No way. Matt, yeah, we're going to have to patent that one, right? We're going to have to trademark that one. I actually can't patent it, but we can trademark it, right? That fucker's slowing down. You know, it's actually sad that damn horse had to be put to sleep. That's actually sad. Josh, it's definitely a good one. All right, so we're going to jump into some game day breakdowns. And we're going to see what kind of fun that we can have. All right, we're going to see what kind of fun that we can have today. There is a college football game today for everybody that doesn't know. For everybody that doesn't know, I do have a personal play on that college football game. So if you're on my personal plays, you have already gotten that one. And it's going to be a great day today. It's going to be a great day today. Alrighty. And again, if you're on my personal plays and you didn't get a text message from me this morning, send me another one. Yeah, Devin, the 3-team teasers at 10-point, definitely attractive. That's for sure. That's for sure. There's definitely a couple that where it's really attractive. That's no doubt about that one. You know, and for people that don't know, you know, Bet Online, you could do a 3-team 10-point teaser, which is cool. I mean, it really is, which is cool. No doubt about it. It'd be like taking, for instance, just for shits and giggles, I just randomly selected 3. You could take the over in the Lions game, over 36, the Packers -3.5, and the Ravens +3. Now, the juice is not that bad, but then again, you got to take 3 teams. You got to take 3 teams. It's -$1.30. Stat go up. Can we please talk about the Eagles game? Fly, Eagles, fly. And then, Devin, how about the 4-team 13-point teasers? Taking the Seahawks at +15.5, the Ravens at +6, the Packers laying 0.5. I'm just throwing out names. I have done a couple 13-point teasers as well. Those, you got to pay a little extra juice on them. But I believe that's the biggest that Bet Online offers is the 13. And you don't get in the plus category until you start taking, 6 teams on that one. So Lucky says, I love doing the 4-team 13-point teasers, one of my favorite fun money plays to do. Chris Kennedy says, a 10-point teaser, 4-team, love Green Bay, Pitt, Baltimore, and New Orleans. Very nice. Yeah, Shane, I don't think any snow's expected, just a lot of wind. They give 21 also. I don't think they do 21 point teasers anymore on Bet Online. 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 10, and 13. Now, 5 Dimes used to do 21 point teasers and all of that. Chris, I didn't see 21 listed as an option anymore. I mean, I'll select 10 teams just for fun to see if it pops up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Now 13 is the most that they list now. Yeah, I don't see him having that anymore. But either way, I wouldn't be doing a 10-teamer. Shane, I do like the moneyline parlays as well. I do like moneyline parlays. You guys know I've hit a few good ones. Mike Brown says they do have 21 points, but 5-1. I haven't found it. Five to 1. Not very attractive there. Not very attractive there. Alrighty. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ready to put some bets in. Ready to make some money. You're looking at it? Huh, maybe I didn't scroll down enough. I'll try it one more time to see, but do I think Brady scores big today? I don't know. We'll take a look at that game. Kind of hard to wonder what old Brady and the Bucs will do after their beatdown of last week. How do you see the possibility of winnings on parlays? Select the teams and then enter your bet amount. Even if you don't have that much in your account, you can still enter the bet amount. Yeah, I don't have that option. They don't give me 21. Because I'm looking at it. Nope. Now maybe if I go more than 10, let me see. Nope, 13 is the most that I've got, guys. Jaquan says parlays sometimes work for me. You know, I hit parlays every now and then. Frozen, hopefully it's a flattering frozen screen. Yeah, I can live with it. Tiger Woods looks miserable. I do have the Masters on. Tiger looks miserable. Alrighty, so I'm going to get into the game day breakdowns. Looking at some of these people that are, that one I don't like. We will start with the Bucs and the Panthers game. I know a few people have asked for that one. Henry Warden, thank you for jumping on board. See, you just jumped on board the big NFL play. Give me 1 second, folks. Rick Riviera, if you're watching, sir, I'm fixing your account. I know you purchased the wrong package the other day. And your 3 days of premium plays are in your account if you're watching. If not, I just emailed you. All right. So we'll break down the Bucs and the Panthers game. We'll go over that one. Mr. Grover, thanks for jumping on board my plays, as well as the big Sunday NFL play as well. Glad to have you back on board, Tom. And I just sent you my personal plays. All right, so going to pop up the live odds for this one, and then we're going to go from there. Game 261, 262. Going to hit the refresh on the percentages as well. Get everything locked and loaded and ready to roll. And we'll start our breakdowns. The Tiger and his bad back. Passport, you're welcome. Rory will definitely try to get to that one. Sonny, thanks for jumping on board as well. The big Sunday NFL play. I know you've been in the live chat. Alrighty. Bo King, thank you. Good morning, Bo. Good morning, 17 Clip. Good morning, Katie Lee. Manuel, the Sunday NFL play is a very good one. The Sunday NFL play is a very good one. It's a sleeper, that's for sure. Nathan says, I bet 3 different parlays on the San Jose State Spartans, Kyle. Awesome. Thomas Strickland says, big sleeper, right? I don't think people expected, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to talk too much about it, but I don't think a lot of people were expecting what we had. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the Masters coverage because how is Dustin not in the featured group? Focus Sports says USC killed my 18 parlay yesterday. That sucks. Putting any money on my Trojans is a hard proposition. That's for sure. They haven't covered. I think they've only covered a 14-point spread, or when been favored by 7 or more. Like 2 out of the last 16 times or something like that. Some crazy stat. Some crazy stat. Alrighty. Breakdown time coming in 3, 2, 1, go. Vic, what play? What play what? I had a 7-teamer. 6 of them hit. SMU Moneyline was the only one that didn't hit. It cost me a $14K cash yesterday. Would have been sweet. All right, Tampa Bay, Carolina. Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay 6-3 straight up. 4-4-1 against the spread, 5-4 to the over. Panthers 3-6 straight up, 5-4 against the spread. Been a quality covering team, that's for sure. 4-4-1 for Teddy Bridgewater. 4-4-1, for Teddy Bridgewater in the over. Take a look at Carolina. They've lost 4 straight. After losing 2, winning 3, they went on a little hot streak against the Chargers, against Arizona, and against Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Then they ran into the Bears, the Saints, the Falcons again, and then the Kansas City Chiefs last week, who they gave a run for their money. They were a 10-point dog. They nearly beat them last week. Ended up losing by 2. When the Panthers have been a dog, with the exception of their first 2 games of the season, they didn't cover their first 2 when they were a dog against Vegas and a dog against Tampa Bay. They already played once. It was a 31-17 final. They beat them by 2 touchdowns. They were catching 7.5. That was Brady's big breakout game in week 2. Taking a look at both programs. Tampa Bay averaging 27.8 points per game, 23.3 for the Panthers. When you start taking a look at the odds, first of all, the line on the game actually has been coming down. Carolina has had some money put on them. You can get Tampa laying 5.5, minus $1.15. And you can take the Panthers at +6, minus $1.15. Junior says, Brady, not something you want to bet against. If you bet against him last week, you did handsomely. If you bet against him against the Giants, you did handsomely. Against the Bears, you did handsomely. And against the Saints, you did handsomely. If you bet against Brady against the spread this year, in all 9 games, you'd be down juice, 4-4-1. All right. Total on this one, 49.5, minus 105. You can get 49 at minus $1.15. Nathan, Green Bay got slapped by Tom. Jalen says it must be a cold day in hell when I'm the only one not betting on Miami. You know, I still can't come to terms with betting on Miami. Sorry, Jalen. Nothing personal. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not there yet. As far as betting on the Dolphins. Josh, I just saw that. Thank you. Glad to have you on board, brother. First half numbers on this one. Bucks laying 3.5 at plus money, plus 103. Minus 190 on the money line, over and under 24. Individual team totals for the full game. Bucks laying 28. Last night it was 28.5. 21.5 as of right now for Carolina. And first half numbers. Carolina's team total first half 10.5. The Bucks 13.5, minus $1.35. That number has actually came down. That number has actually came down a little. GH says my birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. One quick second, folks. One quick second to check something. All right. So when you start diving in depth into this one, and you start taking a look a little more at the numbers, Tampa Bay averaging 92 rush yards a game, 4 yards a carry. Carolina averaging better than that, 4.4 yards per carry, 110 yards on the ground. Both teams' passing numbers very similar except yards per passing attempt. Tampa Bay averaging 257 a game, Carolina 259. With the exception of Carolina's averaging 7.5 yards per passing attempt, Tom Brady and the Bucks averaging just 6.7. When it comes to the defensive side of things, this is the numbers that we have to really dive into and pay attention to. The Bucs giving up 22.6 points per game, 25.1 for Carolina. The Bucs have actually been fairly decent at defending the run, giving up just 3.3 yards per carry, 78 yards on the ground on average per game, compared to Carolina that gives up 4.6 yards per carry. 111 on the ground each and every game on average. The secondaries give up very similar numbers, 6.7 yards on average per catch for the Panthers, 6.5 for the Bucs. They're separated within 12 yards of each other, Give up 235 for the Bucs, 247 for the Panthers. Both are very similar when it comes to turnovers. Tampa Bay is +5, whereas the Panthers are +3, just a 2 turnover differential. No real advantage after 9 games there. Carolina 21-8 against the spread, dating back many years against opportunistic offenses averaging less than 13.5 yards per point. And Tampa Bay 12-37-1 against the spread in their last 50 games against fortunate teams with a turnover differential of better than +0.3 turnovers a game. So what that means is historically, Tampa Bay, when coached by Bruce Arians, when they play a team that has a +0.3, so basically anything in the plus category of turnovers in a game, Tampa Bay generally doesn't cover. So if Tampa Bay is turning the ball over and Carolina's ahead in the turnover department, Tampa Bay doesn't cover. Historically, 12 out of 50 games. If they get beat in the turnover department, Tampa Bay gets beat. The Panthers, they gave a run at the Chiefs last week, no doubt about it. They had that big first half lead. They were catching 2 touchdowns. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Sly, here we go, brother. Here we go. Rub the bald spot. I had a hat on yesterday. I know we lost. Bald spot is in effect. Lance says Teddy Bridgewater is an ATS ATM. They're 5-4 against the spread this year. As a dog, they've only been favored 2 times this year, and they lost both. So with the exception of the 2 times they were favored, they've been a dog 7 times, and they're 5-2 covering as a dog. The 2 times that they lost and they didn't cover as a dog, they were catching 3 and catching 7.5. One against Vegas, and then when they were catching 7.5 in their first meeting against Brady and the Bucs. Now we all know beating a team a second time is even harder. So you got to take that into effect. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, definitely a big impact on the team. But just remember, he's not going to be the deciding factor for that game. But yeah, him out with a shoulder injury is definitely what's the right word? A disadvantage for Carolina. He's a big playmaker right there. Tampa Bay should be at full strength with everybody. Mike Smith says look for AB to be much more involved this week. No doubt about it. Mike Brown, how are you betting games and don't know a team's best players out? I don't know who that's referred to. But yeah, anybody can go and look at injury reports. Manuel says Tampa money line, AB yards over. We'll look at some of the props as well. As far as this game goes, I don't have a dollar on this game. J-Rock says divisional game, give me the +6, but personally, not a game I'm betting. I'm not betting this one. I'd like to say Tampa Bay, to be honest. The fact that they got embarrassed last week is another thing. But the one aspect that I don't like, and keep in mind, they've already beat this team by 2 touchdowns. They beat them 31-17 in week 2. The fact that I don't like is Teddy Bridgewater as a dog is a covering quarterback. As a dog, he's 5-2 against the spread. He's always live. Teddy is always live. It doesn't matter if it's the first half or second half. If there's one gunslinger that can get his team back in the game, it's Teddy Bridgewater. He's 22-5 against the spread as a dog in his career. 22-5 as a dog. Should you tease the Bucs? Possibly. Or maybe you tease the Panthers, knowing that Teddy is a underdog covering machine. Now, if he was getting 7, I'd probably be more inclined. But it's going to be very hard to go against Tom Brady in this situation. He got embarrassed last week. Got embarrassed by the Saints. I can't see him coming out and getting the beat down. They haven't had a lot of close games that they won. The Bears 20-19. Other than that, all their games, well, the Giants 25-23, but when you play lower competition, that's generally what happens with them. Bucs played great after a loss, absolutely. They lost to the Saints in week 1. They came back, beat Carolina 31-17. They lost to the Bears 20-19. They came back, slaughtered Aaron Rodgers and the Pack. And here they are, they lost to the Saints again. And then they get the Panthers all over again. So, as far as this one goes, I do lean towards Tampa Bay. The fact that you could actually get it -5.5, -$1.15 is what I would lean towards. Again, I don't have any money on this game. Take a look at the percentages real quick. But again, I don't have a dollar on this game. I don't have a dollar on this game. Whatever side you guys bet on, I will root for you. 67% on the over, 77% as of right now on Tampa, 94% on Tampa on the money line. Okay, Fred, no problem, sir. Carlos says, you sound depressed today. Not at all. Tired, but not at all. Not depressed at all. Rich says, it's hard to handicap Carolina with no McCaffrey, and you know Brady is going to come back strong and put on a show. Can Bridgewater keep up? If there's any gunslinger that can keep up, Bridgewater can keep up. Just a matter of his playmakers around him can. As far as the over goes, on this one, the over sitting at 49, I lean towards the over in this one. I lean towards the over. But again, I don't have any money on this one. But yeah, Carlos, not depressed, tired. Tired. It's Sunday. It's been a very busy week, let me tell you. It's been a very busy week. I could use like 3 more of these coffees all in one jolt. That's for sure. So diving into a couple props real quick, just taking a look at them. Over and under passing touchdowns. First of all, Tom Brady's definitely going to be a man on a mission. We already know that. Okay, we already know that. Take a look at the weather in North Carolina. It's supposed to be partly cloudy, sunny, no big deal. How did I do yesterday? 2-2. I pushed. Lost like 0.15 tenths of a game. NBA Real Tape took you a while. Yeah, you just got to look for them. But yeah, it should be a beautiful day. Actually, I believe there's 20% chance of rain. A little windy. Shouldn't be too much of a factor. Excuse me. Shouldn't be too much of a factor. Taking a look at... Josh, how do you see the Sunday play? Turn your phone sideways. Scroll down, look for your username. Right next to your username is a small little box with 4 windows in it. Click that box and then scroll down. Now, let's see here. Tom Brady they have his touchdown prop at 3. Is plus 120. Bridgewater at 2 minus 167. No, Chuck, as we recapped earlier and in our daily free play video, Guaranteed Saturday lost yesterday. Alex, that's a good question. Mermaid Security wore me out yesterday. The party last week was fantastic. But no, Mermaid Security didn't wear me out yesterday. Just tired. Been a very busy, eventful, money-making week. That is for sure. So, let's see here. Alrighty. Jeremiah, right? I'm sure it'll continue. But it's okay. Teddy Bridgewater over 2 TDs. You got to lay the juice on that one. I do like that. Tom Brady to get 3 or more is definitely enticing. Antonio Brown to score a touchdown plus 150. Gronk plus 150. Jones plus 140. Evans plus 120. Fournette plus 150. Goodwin plus 150. To all have at least 1. Give me one quick second here, guys. I do like Ronald Jones. I cannot lie. I like Jones to have 2 touchdowns. Jones to have at least 2 touchdowns pays plus 700. All right, Jones to have at least 2 touchdowns pays plus 700. That one I do like. I can't lie. We'll have at least 2 touchdowns. I just tried to bet it. Oh, it has a max aggregated bet of I think 2,500. No, it's not letting me for some reason. Now it's not letting me bet. I was actually trying to bet it. Ronald Jones to have at least 2 touchdowns. It's not letting me bet it, unfortunately, folks. That sucks. If you guys are capable to bet Jones to have at least 2 touchdowns today, I actually like it. And we're going to play that one, assuming it allows me to bet it. I will try it again later. If not, I'll go to another book and bet it. But I like that. Jones, Ronald Jones, to have 2 touchdowns or more. At least 2. At least 2 touchdowns is plus 700. I'm going to put that one up on the board. And remember, when we're betting props, we bet them small. We bet props small. I'm trying it again right now to see. All right, it's working this time. So just let me do 200 to win 1,400 plus my money back. It'll allow me to do 357 total. It's $1,250. So I am going to put that up on the board. I did just bet it. And we'll get it up on the board. Because we're going to have some props today. Well, that didn't work. The vibe board is acting kind of like our games yesterday. It's just getting us close, but not close enough. Over or at, hold on. To anytime TDs or more. Connection failed. There we go. Get that back up there. So I am doing that one, just so everybody knows. FanDuel is plus 1,500. Wow. Wow. Now, hold on. Kevin with 2 N's. Now, is yours over 2 or at least 2? Mine is at least 2. So I score 2 and he wins. Now 3 or more is plus 5,400. 3 or more is plus 5,400. Which they would only allow you to do a like $46 bet anyways. which my max exposure on him has been reached anyway, so I couldn't do any more on it anyways. I wish sometimes that there was more you were allowed to bet more on the props. And again, as far as how we bet props price-wise, it's small. Guys, I bet $3,000 on our premium plays. If you're on our premium plays, I have $3,000 on each one of our premium plays, okay? I have $357 on the prop. So do the math on what the difference is. So take that into consideration, okay? Take that into consideration. GH, it's at least 2. That's amazing right there. That's amazing right there. I like that. I like that. If Tom Brady's passing touchdowns were 2 or less, I would take it. They're only giving me 3 at plus money if they had 2 or 2.5, or if they had 2, and that's at least. But if they had, at least 2 or over 1.5, I would probably take it in a heartbeat. Taking a look, and we're spending a little too much time on this one game, and I'll definitely speed it up. That's for sure. In the last game that the Panthers played the Bucks, Mike Davis had 8 catches for 74 yards. He only had 1 rush that game. He only had 1 rush and 5 catches in his last game. It's enticing to me for him to get at least 5 receptions, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that his receptions is set at 5, minus $1.14. If it was 4 or 4.5, I would not be opposed to betting it. But it's sitting at 5. It's definitely enticing, but I'm going to have to pass on it. Now, as far as other opportunities against the Panthers, Ronald Jones only had 2. The last 3 games that he's played, the last 2 games that he's played, he's had 3 receptions out of the backfield and 4. He's definitely been targeted by Brady. Enough to cover that one. You could actually get Ronald Jones over 2, minus 103 for the over-under receptions. I do like that. I'm trying to take a look at another option real quick. And I don't see it. So I was building something for fun, and I'll put it back up there. So I'm going to add it. What I did was I did a little prop parlay on BetOnline for fun. And I did a little 3-team prop parlay. Ronald Jones to have 2 touchdowns at plus 700. Teddy Bridgewater to have 2 passing touchdowns or more. and then Ronald Jones to have 2 receptions or more, it pays plus 1,900. All right, it pays plus 1,900. The max exposure on BetOnline is going to be 2,500. So a $125 bet pays 2,500 on this parlay. And I just bet it. I'll post it on Twitter when we get off the live show. Very nice, Matthew. But what I did was, I just did a plus $1,900 3-teamer for fun. It includes Ronald Jones to have 2 touchdowns or more, Teddy Bridgewater to throw at least 2 touchdowns or more, and Ronald Jones to have over 2 receptions. So he really needs 3 or more receptions. Yeah, Antonio, absolutely awesome. So there's that. That's what I've got going on this one. Spent a little too much time on this game, so we'll move down the list, and we'll bounce around from game to game. The next game we'll take a look at. Obviously, we're not going to be able to hit all the games, but we'll try and take a look at them. We'll take a look at the Texans and the Browns next. Texans and the Browns next. Game 255, 256. I'm not going to have props for all of them. It just takes too much time. Stackwap says Eagles. If we get a chance, we will. As far as Fournette, you know, he's a good option. John, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, the fact that I took Ronald Jones to have 2 touchdowns, he's only got 4 on the year. He did not score last week, obviously. And he actually hasn't scored since their game against the Raiders. He put 2 in the end zone. So it's a big risk anyways. And that's why I bet small on it. It's a big risk. But it'll be a fun one, that's for sure. All right, so next one. Texans, Browns. Texans coming in as a 4.5-point dog. The Browns laying 4.5 minus 108. You can get 4 at minus 118. Over and under set at 45. Fournette was just plus 700 when you started talking about it. Very nice. Maybe somebody bet Fournette. Johnny K, when do I sleep? Not very often. I need to have some more of it, that's for sure. A total set at 45 on this one, first half. Browns laying 2.5, minus 180 on the money line. Over and under 22.5 as well for the halftime total. Need to be signed up lucky by 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you actually have plenty of time. And it's a sleeper, but it will be a good one. It will definitely be a good game, that's for sure. And I do see some more of you guys jumping on board it. Michael Perez. I'll probably butcher your name, Bajen. Thank you. I know you're brand new to our website. Glad to have you. Javier, Casey, Marvin, Travis, obviously, Bo King, Douglas, Josh, Sonny, as well as everybody else that's jumped on board it. D. Wade asking, how's the weather in Cleveland? Let me check. Well, My weather report says that it's going to be high wind warning, shit-filled weather, rain, slush, and winds. Winds up to 33 miles an hour. Just kidding, do you wait? Windy, rainy, wet, showers early. There's thunder possible. I'll pop up the exact hourly, so when to expect weather for this one. Showers should be ending between the 1 and 2 hour mark, so by halftime, the rain should be gone, if not gone completely before that. But windy, flipping windy, 30 mile an hour winds. 30 mile an hour plus winds, and cold. Wind chill, the actual temperature should be in the 50s, but the wind chill factor, we'll have it down in the 40s. Yes, Rodney, you purchased Guaranteed Saturday, and unfortunately it lost. But when you read the package that you purchased, it said Guaranteed Saturday, Guaranteed to win, or you get the next one free. So, yep, you'll get next Guaranteed Saturday absolutely free. It's never changed. It's always been that way. But remember earlier, when you were sour, you were just going to stick to the free plays. But remember, we're not 100%. Shit happens. We're betting on humans. All we can do is hope that what we select, humans go out there and do their job. And Devin, if I'm not picking on you and I'm not joking, that means I don't like you, right? That's the way that I work. That means if I'm picking on you, that means I like you. But come on, I had to. But while I was slyly typing with my left hand, Cleveland. I did like the over in this game. I'm going to be real honest. I loved the over in this game. And I loved the over in the Packers game until I got to the weather report. Now, rain, snow, sleet, ice, none of that phases me when it comes to a total. What phases me is the wind. What phases me is the wind. And I don't like games that have a lot of wind. I mean, totals anyways. So while it could still help or hurt, I definitely did like the total on this one, over 45. Nathan says, dude, Kyle, you're a cool customer. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try and have fun at doing what I'm doing. Sometimes we have fun at others, other people's expenses. That part, sometimes I get it. It sucks if you're on the other end of it. But, hey, we got to laugh at somebody, and I prefer you guys not to laugh at me, okay? If we got to laugh at somebody, I prefer you guys not to have to laugh at me. Mike Smith, we'll talk about that game later. Thomas said, I don't know who said that. Raymond says, Kyle, I missed the prop on the board. It was Ronald Jones to have at least two touchdowns at plus 700. Complete, degenerate, high-risk prop, so bet extremely small on it. Now, maybe actually we need to open up the vibe board, and we need to have a degen side and then a regular side. That way we can specify what the degenerate prop bets are versus the ones that we more than likely think will hit. Now, I actually have faith in the Ronald Jones plus 700 prop. But I do like the Teddy Bridgewater, at least 2 touchdowns. That I do like. Okay, that I do like. I think Teddy will have at least 2 touchdowns, but it was minus 167. You know, I don't mind laying the juice for sure thing. So I did bet it. I did bet it. Not big. Matt says Baker and Chubb cooking today. Roy says Kyle pick on me. Baltimore team total over 26. Roy, I gotta like you to pick on you. Just kidding. Just kidding. See, we can joke here. We can joke here. We did give out that as a free play. Baltimore over 26 for their team total. Just kidding, Rory. Just kidding. Just kidding. I like everybody. I like everybody. Okay, so on to this game. First of all, so we're going over the lines on this one. Now let's take a look at the game. You've got the 2-6 Texans. They're 1-7 against the spread. 6-1-1 to the over. This team used to be an insta under, and here they are an insta over. Then you got Cleveland, 5-3 against the spread, 5-3 straight up. 3-5 against the spread, 5-3 to the over. While the Browns have not been a covering machine, they have been on the money line. They have been on the money line. Take a look at what they've done recently. They're coming off their 16-6 beatdown over the Vegas Raiders. They've had 2 weeks off to prepare for this game. Where's he at now? Mike, where's Dustin at now? I haven't looked in a while. I've been trying not to. Leaderboard. Oh, he's even. Uh-oh. Sung Jai Im making a game out of it, shooting 2 under. He's 2 strokes back. Oh, he just bogeyed. Hole number 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's going to leave. I got a bad feeling he's going to leave the door open. He's going to leave the door open for somebody. For M or Smith. McElroy is 10 under. He's 6 shots back through 7. He just put it in the bunker. Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to have that little meltdown. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. Okay. I just had to double check something there. Had to scan something on my phone. You know, Rory, Green Jacket. I would like Rory more because I have a future on him as well that I gave out, and it pays more than Dustin Johnson. So for Rory, to win would pay me a hell of a lot more. Now, Justin Thomas has won over today, and he's only 9 shots back. I mean, not 9 shots back. He's 7 shots back after 5. So anybody's guess, Justin pays more than Dustin as well. So back to the games at hand. When you take a look at the Texans, let's go over what the Texans have done this year, okay? And we'll speed up the game day breakdowns. I know we're kind of off the wall today, bouncing around all over the place. The Texans have 2 wins on the year. They are coming off a win, a 2-point victory over Jacksonville. They had a 15-point loss against Green Bay, a 6-point loss against Tennessee. They had their 16-point win over Jacksonville. It's the only team they beat this year, and they beat them twice. They lost to Minnesota by 8. They lost to Pittsburgh by 7. They lost to Baltimore by 17. And they lost by 14 to Kansas City. Moose, we lost guaranteed Saturday. Tony Rajudi, what's going on, my brother? The Texans have played quality teams to be where they're at 2-6. They've actually played good teams. They lost to Kansas City. They lost to Baltimore. They lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to the Vikings, who are finally getting their stride. They lost to Green Bay, and they lost to the Titans, all teams with winning records. The Texans' season was stacked against them from week 1. Now they're entering the back half of the season. They get Cleveland today, New England, Detroit, Colts, the Bears, the Colts again, the Bengals, and then the Titans one more time. We'll definitely get it back today, Moose, 100%. As far as what to expect out of them today, both teams average near 25 points a game. 25.8 points per game for Cleveland, 24.1 for the Texans. Where the Texans struggle, it's to run the ball. 3.9 yards per carry on average, just 88 yards a game. Not enough to be winning. But when you're playing from behind every game and you got Deshaun Watson as your quarterback, but you're going to have to resort to slinging the ball. Tony says, call me crazy, Kyle, but I am fielding Patriots plus 7.5. What do I think? We'll try and take a look at that game in a little bit. Well, my last video didn't say to take the Patriots or the Ravens. It said to take the Patriots team total. Or not Patriots team total, Ravens team total, excuse me. As far as this game goes, this is going to be a run-heavy game right off the bat. If you take Deshaun Watson out of the equation when it comes to running, I mean, they've got Cooks and they got Fuller. Or sorry, those are receivers. I was looking at the wrong stats. You know, they've got Johnson, both Johnsons, and only one's at 408 yards. 103 rushing attempts on the entire year. Watson's got 197 yards, but if you neutralize him, you should have plenty of opportunities to stop the other runs. With all the weather that we're experiencing there in Cleveland, I do give a lean towards Cleveland, especially when you start taking a look at the defenses, and primarily the run defense. The passing game is very similar. The turnovers are no comparison. Okay, the turnovers are no comparison. +4 for Cleveland, -4 for Houston. And yeah, Matt, the David Johnson one is on the injured reserve. You are 100% correct. So when you neutralize, that's why I was saying to neutralize Deshaun Watson, and you take him out of the equation, they have nobody. They have nobody. Cleveland gives up 107 rush yards a game, 4 yards a carry. Mike says it's the Duke show. Well, Duke's going to need one hell of a show in order to compete today. Myles Garrett going to eat up Watson. 100% agree. Now, this is another game that I don't have any money on. I don't have any money on this game. But I do lean towards Cleveland here. I do lean towards the Browns here. At home, the foul weather game. Their running game is strong. Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb has been activated for the game as well. Chubb is back. This is going to be a run game. They will take their shots down the field when they have the opportunity. We already know that. Okay, we already know that. Mayfield can run when needed. He's got 19 runs on the air for 65 yards. But yeah, as Joe Freeze said, Nick Chubb is back. So as far as this one goes, I do lean towards the Browns laying the 4. I do lean towards the Browns laying the 4. I don't have $1 on this one. Now, this might be something that I'd want to put on a teaser. You know, one of those 7.5 point teasers and getting them plus 3.5. Definitely sounds attractive. Or one of those 10 point teasers that D. Wade was saying. Definitely sounds attractive. No doubt about it. That one definitely sounds attractive. You put them on a 10 point teaser, now you'd be getting them at plus 5.5. And yeah, Johnny K, them laying 4 is definitely attractive. No doubt about it. Minus 210 on the money line. Total on this one is 45. I do, even though the weather is foul, I'd like to say I lean towards the total going over. Yeah, same nasty weather in the Philly-New England game. I'd like to lean towards the over in this one, but I can't. So I'm going to stay off of it rather than lean towards the under. I like Deshaun Watson. The Texans are an over team. 6-1-1 to the over. Mayfield and company, 5-3 to the over. The game probably goes over 45 points. Mike Brown says, here comes Rory. Hey, I will take a Rory win. I will take a Rory win and be very happy with it. I have Rory at plus 1,200. 250 to win 3,000. And if you guys remember, the live show 2 days ago, I live bet Rory. Rory would be, as far as, the people that are still in it, my best case scenario. Because I live bet Rory and got a huge number on him. I laid $250 at plus 28.50 to win 71.25. So Rory winning would be my best case scenario. Rory, luck of the Irish. I would take it. I would take it 100%. 100% I would take it. Rory would be my best case scenario and put a little over 10K in my pocket. So as far as Houston and Cleveland goes, I do lean towards the Browns laying the 4. I think they get the job done, and I think they put the beat down on them. And again, as far as the over goes, I lean towards the over 45, but I'm going to lay off of it because of the weather. But yeah, I'd be Jermel, hit the rewind button. We broke down that game already. I'd be very happy to see Rory win it. Mike Brown distracting me? No, not a distraction. You're all good. You're all good. Let me know when he makes the eagle putt. How big of an eagle putt does he got? Has he got a good chance, or is it a super long one? I have it on, but I'm not paying much attention to it. All right, so next one that we're going to break down. Red says over in the Dolphins and Chargers, over Rams and Seahawks game money. Anthony says I have 100 on DJ to win 850. Very nice. Hey, I can't complain if DJ wins as well. Oh, he just missed that putt. Just missed that putt. Stevie Steves, I am playing the UCLA Cal game. I have a personal play on it. Corey, no. They've had 2 weeks to do all their Zoom calls that they need. All right, next game that we're going to do. We are going to do... Where did it go? Where did it go on me? Crazy how many afternoon games we have that have been flexed to the afternoon versus the morning time. Julian, I'm not leaning one way or another. Hold on, I have to sneeze. After my nose surgery, I still have to sneeze with my mouth open. Let me tell you, it still hurts. We just have a little prop play on the board, a little degenerate plus 700 prop play on Ronald Jones to have at least 2 touchdowns. That pays plus 700. But I'm not leaning one way or another on the college football game. I have an actual play on it that I've got 3,000 on. But if you want to know exactly what that is, sorry, but you got to get on board my personal plays. I'm not just here to give away the entire card for everything that we're betting. But don't worry, I give away a lot. We will do the Bengals and the Steelers next. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. DJ back to 16 with a birdie. Very nice. Very nice. You know, Rory's going to be probably finished 2 shots, 3 shots off the lead, in my opinion. Yeah, I saw the shot. It was a beautiful shot. Would have been great to see him jump to 12 under, because that would have definitely helped him. The Buccaneers airplane arriving late doesn't affect anything. Their team plane arriving late doesn't affect anything. All right, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, again, another foul weather game. Another foul weather game. This line opened up. Steelers laying 8. It instantly dropped. Aaron, I like that. I like that. Kirk says, I call for Pitt to get their first loss. Burrow pulls off an upset. Well, just so you guys know, Big Ben is at the helm. Just as I said the other day, Big Ben would come off the COVID list on Saturday and be activated and will be playing on Sunday. He was put on there for close contact with Vance, their tight end who is out. When you start diving in depth into this game, Steelers down to laying 6.5. Steelers down to under a touchdown against the covering machine in Joe Burrow. Bengals 2-5-1, straight up 6-2 against the spread, 5-3 to the over. The Steelers 8-0 straight up, undefeated 6-2 against the spread, 4-3-1 to the over. Steelers got the win last week, beating Dallas by 5. They were laying 2 touchdowns. They got the job done. Game stayed way under the total. Bengals also had a big victory over the Titans. They were catching 7. They beat them by 11 in that monster second half by Joe Burrow and company. Johnny K says DJ is unflappable. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I like that he's got a 3-shot lead after 6. Rory is 5 shots back with 10 holes to go. Kind of interesting. Smith is 1 off the lead now. What did he eagle? Marcola says, did that still have nothing but premium plays? I don't know what that means. Did what have nothing but premium plays? Rory says it's not over. It's not over for Rory, baby. Eagle 2, wow. Beat Trainek, did you miss the pick board? No. There's nothing on there other than Ronald Jones has 2+ TDs at plus 700. A degenerate prop. Toby says Steelers statement game after that debacle in Dallas. You know, here's one thing that we're going to talk about on this game. This is going to be another game that's affected by wind. Wind. Cold wind. 2 off the lead. Okay, Mike, that's better. This is something that Big Ben and the Steelers are used to. Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, he's just getting used to it. All right, first of all, Lucas says, Pittsburgh scares me a little against Cincinnati. This is going to be a run-heavy game, in my opinion. That's more of a flattering opinion. This will be more of a run-heavy game. We're going to see a lot of runs in this game, more probably than normal. We all know both of these teams like to sling the ball. Both Joe Burrow, Big Ben, they love to sling the ball down the field. And both are very, very, very good at it. Yes, Sonny, if you did not get it, do me a favor. Send me a text message. Hold on one second. Sonny, if you did not get my plays, shoot me a text message. But yes, my plays are out. Does everyone who bought the Guaranteed Sunday receive it? If you purchased the Guaranteed Sunday play, yes, everybody receives it. Of course everybody receives it. It's online. Everybody receives it. If you purchase Guaranteed Saturday, or excuse me, the Sunday NFL guaranteed play, you just got to go online to get it. Nathan, Big Ben had 2 busted up knees, and he's not listed on the injury report. So apparently the knees got some good cortisone shots, and he's going good. Nick, you should. As far as the Bet Online promo, you should. As soon as we get off the live show, that involves Bet Online, so I have to cross-reference your user account number to make sure that you signed up under our link and all of that stuff. But yeah, I do all of that after the live show. I can't do that while I'm on the live show. As far as this game goes, again, I believe it's going to be a very run-heavy program. Going to be a run-heavy program. First of all, that takes Joe Burrow and his gunslinging abilities out of the question. As far as Big Ben, I think we'll see a lot of check down passes. I think we'll see a lot of short passes. I don't think we'll see him airing the ball out, which Burrow has been great at. Bernard versus Connor running the ball. I'm going to take the Steelers on that aspect. Now, I don't have $1 on this game. This is another one where I don't have any money on it. Why is the money going the other way? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the money. Let's take a look at the money to make sure what you're expecting and what you think you're seeing is correct. Okay? Toby says, Dre, I know the Steelers. Ben owns Ohio teams. As of right now, 59% are still on the Steelers, 41% on Cincinnati. That has shifted a little bit. Some sharp money coming in on the Cincinnati, or bigger bets per se. Wouldn't call it sharp money. As far as this one, Eduardo Flores, let's get some W's, fellas. As far as this one goes, Steelers 6-1 against the spread at home versus an opponent who's coming off a bye. Burrow and company has had 2 weeks to prepare for this one. As far as this one goes, Pittsburgh beat them by 6 last year. Obviously, no Burrow. Under the total is 9-2 in their last 11 meetings when played in Pittsburgh. Toby, I like your take. Jeremiah, please give at least one game that is over-under. I can only give you what I'm betting on. Remember, if I'm not betting on it, I'm not giving it out as a free play. Kirk says, Steelers are the worst 8-0 team. I actually wouldn't call them the worst 8-0 team. They've had some good battles. They beat the Giants by 10. They beat the Broncos by 5. They beat the Texans by 7. They beat Cleveland by 200. No, 31. They beat the Titans by 3. They beat the Ravens by 4. And they beat Dallas by 5. They've won some very close battles against quality teams. And they're a covering machine. And they are a covering machine to the tune of 6-2. As far as this one goes, Mr. Grover, I agree with you. As far as this one goes, I do lean towards Big Ben, their experience, the wind at home, regardless of him having 2 bum knees. When has Big Ben not had 2 bum knees? Big Ben has had 2 bum knees from 1999. They're laying 6.5 right now, minus 109. I think they get the job done. I think they win by at least a touchdown. I think they're able to shut down Cincinnati's run game. And when they do that, they'll force Burrow to make a pass in bad weather. Yeah, he's only got 5 interceptions to 11 touchdowns on the year. He's played a very clean game. Very clean game so far. Remember, his last game 2 weeks ago against the Titans, he did not have an interception out of 37 passing attempts. However, he threw an interception in 4 straight games. Jacksonville, Baltimore, the Colts, and Cleveland. Lucas says Big Ben was born with bum knees, right? So as far as this one goes, I do lean towards Pitt laying the 6.5. And I'm actually leaning more stronger into actually betting it, and I'll decide that here in just a minute. But we are going to take a look at some of the player props in this, because when you're able to isolate certain aspects of the game, like in a game where you have a lot of wind, you can start to take a look at other aspects of the game as well. Like I think somebody just pointed it out, receptions by the running back, the check down passes. We are going to take a look at those. Thank you, AT&T, for letting me know you guys applied $3.99 to my cell phone bill. A credit. Whoop-de-doo. So, taking a look. Sonny, I just got your text message, and I'm sending them to you right now. I don't know why you didn't get them. That's weird. Just sent them to you right now. Let me just double check, make sure everybody that's on my plays got them. Not everybody. Hold on one second. Thank you, Sonny, for pointing this out. For some reason, a couple fell off my list. Give me one quick second, guys, okay? Bear with me just a second. Want to make sure everybody's on my plate because I do have the early college football game on there. And if you are on my plays and you did not get a message from me this morning, you need to shoot me a message right away. That way I can make sure you get them. I see a couple people did not get them for some reason. Weird. So bear with me, guys. I am just double checking. Just double checking. Almost done. I apologize. Okay, hold on one second. Almost done. Only a couple more. Only a couple more to check. And then we're going to make it worth it. I am going to get you guys on a free play as well. Okay? We're going to have multiple free plays, just so you know. All right. Okay, so everybody should have them. If you don't, you better text me. Okay, so we're back. Man, my nose is killing me this morning. So, taking a look at player props in this one, okay? Instantly, let's go to receptions. Instantly, we're going to start taking a look at a couple of them. Now, I'm sure James Conner's at 3.5 at plus money. He's broken 3.5 once. He's broken 3.5 once. Receptions out of the backfield. They've got it juiced at 3.5 right now. I'm not a big fan of that. You take out Mixon. Love Giovanni Bernard for the Bengals. He is definitely a stable when he's in. I actually like Giovanni Bernard over 3.5. He's minus $1.30. He's minus $1.30. I did just place that one right now. Ken with 2N says a nice 5-team parlay pays plus 1,086 to score a TD. Aaron Jones, James Conner, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, and Antonio Gibson. I like that one. I like that one. That's actually I like that. That's good. Just send me 10%. I might have to. Shane says Tiger in the water twice. Tiger's having that meltdown. I wonder what the odds that he finishes the actual 4th round is. Travis, we will be 9-1 for the big Sunday NFL play when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, we will be 9-1. Chuck, thank you for jumping on board the Sunday NFL play. Victor, man, Miguel, Gio, Hunter, Kevin, Tony, Nina Lee, Pat as well. Thank you for jumping on board the big Sunday play. Mr. Ganjo as well. Thank you for jumping on board the Sunday play as well. It's going to be a monster day, to say the least. Monster day, to say the least. What Aaron Rodgers' touchdown passes is, we'll take a look at that one. We'll take a look at that one a little bit later, but we will. But as far as this one goes, Cincinnati catching 8.5. Cincinnati plus the 6.5. Steelers laying the 6.5. I have to tell you, I like the Steelers enough to bet it. But there's another prop that I like. There's another prop in this game that I like. When James Conner plays, and he plays for at least the game, Johnny K, go open up a Bet Online account. James Conner has scored a touchdown and all, but one of his games where he's played a full game. I like Conner to get at least one touchdown today, minus $1.67. I know you got to lay the juice on it. I know you got to lay the juice on it. $400 bet wins $240, so I know you got to lay the juice on it. So we're going to throw a couple little bets up there on the free play board for everybody. Got a couple little props. Remember, when I give you guys a prop, it's to bet small. Okay? It's to bet small. So we've got Giovanni Bernard over 3.5 receptions, which was minus $1.30. Conner, at least one touchdown. All right, we're going to put the props up here. And remember, props, because I know somebody's going to say, I bet that prop and it didn't win, and I am so hurt, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to put just so you guys know, all right? There's the damn disclaimer, okay? We bet the props small. Now this one, Steelers laying the 6.5. Steelers laying the 6.5. Steelers laying 6.5, free official play. Big Ben and the Steelers will cover the 6.5. Somewhere my live chat is, wherever it went. Stack Wop, I've got to play on the college game. Reading through some of the comments. Ken just had to wait till Monday night for a payout. Oh, for that parlay. William says, got all personal plays, premium plays. The Sunday NFL play locked in. It's going to be a great day. It is going to be a monster day, that's for sure. It's going to be a monster day. And yes, as Ken just said, props are for fun. 100% agree. All right, so moving right along. Moving right along. We'll take a look. We got time for another one. We got time for another one. As far as, are the Saints going to cover? That's a big number to cover. Against a hurt yet hungry hurt yet hungry 49ers team. Junior says, tell me why I thought the games were at 12. You know, you've got college at 12. College in 15 minutes. Pro, we gotta wait a ways. All right, so Jay Hughes says Niners with the points in the under. You know, Nathan says no Kittle or Jimmy G. I don't like Jimmy G. I think Nick Mullins has a better chance at winning there than Jimmy G does. Two different styles. A lot of afternoon games, Karen. I don't know what the reasoning behind the schedule was. Maybe it was waiting for COVID tests or who knows what. I don't know. But they flexed a lot of games to the afternoon. More afternoon games. There's 5 1 p.m. games, 6 4 p.m. games, and then Sunday Night Football. Carolina Nation says Russell Wilson not losing back-to-back. You know, we can take a look at that game. We'll take a look at the Rams. You know, and when it comes to the Rams, we'll do that game next. I'm going to give you the full disclosure on this one. First of all, I don't have $1 on this game. I don't have $1 on this game, but I will tell you this much. The Rams have cost me a lot of money. The Rams have cost me a lot of money this year. I can't seem to time the Rams right. I bet on them. They lose. Ever since that game against Buffalo in week 3, we had them at +2 and they had that bad beat. And it was a bad beat. It was a bad PI call on 4th down. Game over. They win. Not only, I remember I had a 12K parlay at stake, and I needed the Rams to win on the money line. The Rams to win on the money line. Actually, no, I had them at +2. They ended up losing by 3. And the Sunday play. Lucky, you all right? I can't seem to time the Rams right. I bet on them. They get their ass kicked. I fade them. They kick somebody else's ass. So it's kind of like my little arch nemesis right now. Me and the Rams, we don't see eye to eye. We just keep butting heads. And I can't seem to time them right on anything that I do to save anything. Seattle, 6-2, straight up 5-3 against the spread, 6-2 to the over. And then you've got the Rams, 5-3, straight up 4-4 against the spread. The exact opposite. Just 2 out of 8 games have gone over the total. The Rams, which were a big insta-over for us for years, are now riding the under suck bus. Thomas Grover says they change it because of golf. You know, I can see that. Masters has been a great draw as far as TV ratings go. Dustin Johnson has a 2-shot lead. Ooh. Over Smith. Ooh. Who's shooting 2 under today. Rory 5 shots off the lead through 9. Come on, Rory. Justin 8 shots back. Or 6 shots back through 8. Crazy, I've got futures on 4 people that are either leading or within 6 shots. And I just bet them every week you'll win. I don't know. With my luck, it doesn't work that way. The Rams haven't looked good since Buffalo. That game definitely got them, in my opinion. That was a major letdown in that one. It was like the steam came out of their sail, that's for sure. As far as what to expect today in the game today, first of all, I'm going to put the disclaimer out there. This will be a good game. Big Afro kid, keep that sick shit way over there, all right? Just kidding. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. I hope you get better. Nathan says, I'm feeling the Rams hold strong but lean towards the over. Big Afro kid again, I hope you feel better, brother. We're going to take a look at all of that and see what to expect in this game. I think there's definitely some avenues when it comes to this game being bet. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the over in this one. If you've bet the over in the Rams game, you've gotten your ass handed to you so far this year. The Rams have only had 2 out of 8 games. Don't forget, only 2 out of 8 games go over the total. Give me one quick second, folks. One quick second. Okay. It's like that. No, it's not like that. You're good. You can't get me sick from over there. All right, so first of all, let's take a look at the odds on this one. Let's take a look at the odds on this one. Because this is a game that I'm actually staying away from. Okay? You've got the Rams laying 2.5 minus $1.20. And at the same token, you've got Seattle catching 2.5 at even money. You can get 3, but you got to buy it up to minus 125. You'd have to lay a little extra juice to get it at 3. Buy the hook to 3. Total sitting at 54.5. Big total game in this one. With a first quarter. I'm going to give you guys this much. The first quarter is set at 10.5. Second quarter, 16.5. Third quarter, 10. Fourth quarter, 24.5. When you add up all the quarters, you get 17 and 24.5. Or excuse me, 27 and 24.5. Gets you to 52. Yet we've got a total of 54.5. Just pointing that out. First half, Rams laying 0.5 point, minus 145 on the money line. First half total on this game, 26.5. Individual team totals, Seahawks over 26, Rams over 28.5. Did Rory just miss a birdie putt? Was that a birdie putt for Rory that he just missed? Peter Ray's family's doing good. Thank you, sir. Thank you for asking. Rory just lipping the cup and missing it. Justice says no running backs for Seattle. As far as that goes, I mean, you got Russell Wilson. He's the only runner they need. No, just kidding. Carson is out. They're going to have somebody. Harrison's going to get promoted. Daniel says they have one running back, Russell Wilson. No, Justice, you're correct. Hyde and Carson are out. Harrison getting promoted after, off the practice squad. Here's what you guys need to know. You guys get one of these players off the practice squad. They're definitely motivated. All right, they're definitely motivated. So he'll get his rushes, he'll get his looks at it. That's for sure. But when you start diving into the game, first of all, Seattle after a loss covers nearly a little over. Oh, Rory with a bogey. Okay. That was a par putt. I don't have the sound on, but I saw it. David, can I give it absolutely happy birthday, Brianna Boyd. Thank you for letting David come join us on your birthday. Hopefully he takes you to a Sunday brunch and treats you well. Daniel says, practice squad guys always show up. They generally do. They generally do. As far as this one goes, first of all, Seattle, they're averaging 34.2 points per game, 24.1 for the Rams, 10 points a game less. But it's the defense of the Rams that's been giving up just 19 to the 30 of Seattle. When you take a look at the defenses, they're very similar except in a couple numbers. The run game defense is strong on both. Both teams holding opponents to 94 and 95 rush yards a game, 3.7 a carry for Seattle, 3.9 for the Rams. It's that secondary that Seattle's getting torched. The Seattle secondary is giving up 362 yards a game, 7.9 yards per passing attempt, 5.7 on average for the Rams, and 197. Tiger is ready for lunch and a nap. No doubt about that one. Seattle, when facing an opponent coming off a bye, they're 24-6 to the over. I get that part. The Rams haven't had a game go over the total since they played Buffalo back on September 27th in Week 3. Okay? The Rams are riding a major under streak of 5 straight games going under. Does that mean today's going to be the day? Is Russell Wilson and company going to allow them the opportunity to put this game over? We have a total of 54.5. You need 55 out of it. Rams coming in favored. Seattle off of a loss. They've lost 2 out of their last 3 games. They lost to Arizona by 3. They lost to Buffalo by 10. Both on the road. Here they are. They travel to SoFi Stadium in LA. Offensive numbers are very similar, with the exception of scoring, except for putting the points up on the board. But Seattle's had to score 34 points because their defense has given up 30. I have to say, even though the turnover battle favors Seattle, they're +3 on the turnovers, whereas the Rams are -2. The Rams beat them 28-12 last year in their second meeting. In their first meeting, Seattle beat them 30-29. I'm not betting this one. But I do lean towards the Rams in this one. Except I'd rather take them on the money line. You can get 2.5 minus $1.20. Or you could lay 24 cents more, and you could take them on the money line and have to win by 1 rather than having to win by a field goal. So if I was going to do anything, I lean towards the Rams on the money line. As far as the total, I'm off, not touching it. Mike, hopefully your power comes on soon. But one thing that I do like, one thing that I do like, and it's that hook that gets me. It's the hook that I don't know about. And the Rams' first quarter overs against the Dolphins, it cashed. Against the Bears, it didn't because the Bears couldn't put up a field goal. They had 9.5 in that game. Against the 49ers, the Rams couldn't score. 1-2 there. Against the football team, it went over 2-2. The Giants, it did not go over because the Giants couldn't score. 2-3. Rams couldn't score against the Bills. 2-4. Against the Eagles, it went over 3-4. The Cowboys, it did not go 3-5. They're 3-5 to the first quarter overs. And when you take a look at Seattle, because I know people were going to ask me about this one, obviously Buffalo put the hurt on them. There was only 6 points scored when they played the 49ers. Russell Wilson and company have been slow starters in more than a couple games this year. But for the most part, in this one, the first quarter over sitting at 10.5. I do like the first quarter over. Okay? It's actually plus money. It's plus $1.10. If the total is right at 54.5, we're going to see 13 points in the first quarter. And I say 13 because the Rams will miss an extra point attempt. Okay? So I'm going to put it up there. And remember, when we bet first quarters, we bet them smaller. All right? We bet them smaller. Seattle and LA. I like it that it's plus money. Now, I'd prefer them to give me 10, and I would rather lay $1.20 at 10. But that's not what they're giving us. So we'll take what they give us. And remember, I bet those small. I bet those a lot smaller. All right? Bet them about a third of what I do. A premium play when it's a premium play. But that's not a premium play. That's just a regular free play for everybody that I will be betting. Absolutely, Justice. It's plus money for a very reason. The hook scares you. That's why it's there. If you guys think the game is going over, by all means, ride the over with me. I don't do first quarters under. I don't. I either take the over or I stay off of it. Sly, here we go. I don't take a first quarter under. I'll lay off of it or I'll take the over. That's just me. That's just me. All right, so one more game to do. One more game to do. And remember, the Steelers, that's not a premium play or a personal play. That's a smaller free play. That's not a regular one, okay? Ravens, Patriots, coming up next. Michael, what do I think about the Tampa first quarter over? With Teddy Bridgewater at the helm, I like it. With Tom Brady, they seem to take 8 minutes off that opening drive and put up 3-7. Joe Free, you have it over 9.5 minus 159. I'd bet that well before I did mine. I didn't say under for the game, Justice. I said I don't take unders in the first quarter. Pedro, I already talked about the Browns game. You got to hit the rewind button. We already went over that game. Already went over that game. Tong Yang, you need a bounce back on those guaranteed Saturdays. It'll happen. Remember, we're betting on humans. It doesn't matter how good the play is or how bad the play is. A play can go either direction based on how people perform. But they will. They always bounce back. Dustin 7 under through 8. Smith making a charge. He's 2 back through 9. Rory is 7 back. Boo. Will Washington compete? They always put up points, it seems. All right, next game that we're going to be doing. And yes, the Sunday NFL guaranteed play will be 9-1 when we're all said and done later today. We'll be 9-1. All right, last game on the board. Last game on the board, which is another breakdown. Ravens, Patriots. I gave you guys a daily free play in the daily free play video on this one. The cool thing is when I gave it out at minus $1.10, it was 26. We gave out the Ravens team total late last night, over 26. They've adjusted the odds on it. That was minus $1.10. Joe Free, the Tampa Bay first quarter over 9.5. That's because Tom Brady, and they always milk off 6 to 8 minutes. If you go back and look, Tampa's totals usually don't go over in the first quarter. The team total for the Ravens is down to 24.5 minus $1.25. Even better than what we put it out at last night. Line on this one's Ravens laying 7. Minus 102. You can get them at 6.5 right now. All right? You can get them at 6.5 minus $1.17. Or the Patriots at plus 7 minus $1.18. Total on this one over under 43. First half has the Ravens laying 3.5 over 21 on this game in the very first half. First quarter over 7.5 at plus 100. Over 7.5 with no faith that Cam Newton and company will put up any points in this game. And the crazy thing is, that's plus money. All right, so when you start diving in depth into this one, first of all, Ravens, Patriots, let's be honest. There really is not much a comparison when you start comparing both programs. Ravens 6-2, coming off their big win over the Colts. Patriots 3-5, coming off a game that they shouldn't have won. Let's be honest. The Patriots lost to the Jets. The Jets gave them the game so they can draft a draft pick. The Patriots shouldn't have won their last game against the Jets. Hands down, the Jets won that game, but they handed it to them for a draft pick. 100% agree with that. Ravens coming off their big win. They looked like dog shit in the first half against the Colts. Not going to lie. We had that play as a Sunday play. I was a little nervous in the first half. Lamar Jackson went into the locker room. They did whatever they needed to do to him. Talked to him, built the confidence up. He came back as a different Lamar Jackson. And he lit the scoreboard up with stats. In the second half of that game. I think that carries over into this game right away. Lamar having the big bounce back after losing to the Steelers 28-48. New England 7-0 to the over at home as an underdog or 7 or less points. That was with Tom Brady. Baltimore just 3-7 in their last 10 games before having to play the Texans. Patriots 7-0 against the spread after having to play the Jets. Remember, that was with the man called Tom Brady. Cam Newton is not the same Cam that we saw in the first couple weeks. Since COVID and Cam contracting COVID, he just hasn't really been the same. He just hasn't really been the same. King Quest, Marquise, you need to be signed up by 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern time. You've got the Ravens averaging 28.4 points per game. Patriots 20.8, under 3 touchdowns a game on average. Both teams can run the ball. Patriots averaging 160 run yards a game, 4.9 yards per carry. And then you got the Ravens, 170 on the ground, 5.1 yards per carry. A battle of the quarterbacks that can move the ball on the field by themselves with their legs. Passing the ball, Lamar and company averaging just 177, 6.6 yards per passing attempt, 6.7 for the Patriots at 202 yards. Yes, Jeremiah, I said I liked it. I didn't just give a lean on it, I said I liked it. I don't have a bet on it yet. Maybe I will later. Speaking of which, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you should, at CapNationKyle. Follow me on Twitter more than likely. I'll be posting additional free play later today. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Here's a direct link to my Twitter. There's a direct link to my Twitter. So as far as this game goes, defense, 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 defense. Ravens +4 on the turnover game. Patriots -1. The Ravens giving up just 5.8 yards per passing attempt, 223 on the ground, or 223 in the air. Even though the Patriots have a similar yardage number at 222, they're averaging 8.4 yards per passing attempt what they give up. They both give up 4.5 yards per carry. They both will allow runs. And good-sized runs, too. As far as this go, Harbaugh, Jackson, the Ravens. This is the team that was predicted that could possibly go 16-0. We all know that's not possible. They've been beat twice. Kansas City and the Steelers. If you're going to lose to 2 teams, wow. You know, those are the 2 teams to lose to. It's not like you lost to 2 shitty teams. As far as this one goes, regardless of the fact that underdogs are 6-2-1 against the spread in the 9 games that they've met, throw all that shit out the window, okay? I do have a free play on this one for you. The line has dropped a half a point. Not only do we have the team total over, which I gave out at 26, it's 24.5 right now. You got to lay a little more juice on it, but it's 24.5 at BetOnline. I like that better than what I put out last night. But as far as the side of this game goes, I do have a free play for everybody on this one. And it's a half a point better. I like that even better. All right? This is a premium play. And it's down to 6.5. All right? Ravens laying 6.5. It's down a half a point. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, we'll leave that free play board up there for just a minute. That'll get you guys going for Sunday in the evening time. All right, it'd be a great game right there. Nathan, do I like the Patriots team total under? No. I'm not playing their team total. Johnny K says, take the Ravens first half team total over 12.5. My site blocks the easy ones. You know, as far as the first half team points go, BetOnline has them at 13. Definitely quality one right there. Again, another game with weather, though. Another game with weather. Look for the run game to be a big factor there. Look for the run game to be a big factor there. Mike, I don't have time to do another early one. I've been live for 3 hours. Anthony, DJ 17 under. We got a 2-shot lead. Through 9 now. Okay, very nice. Looks like we're going to have to hold off Smith. I'm rooting for us, Anthony. I want to cash it for us. All right, folks. So there's the free plays for that one. Pedro, if you want to know who I took for the Browns game, hit the rewind button. All right, we gave the breakdown on it. Timothy Kelly, it has posted yet. If you purchased the Sunday guaranteed play, it is already posted on the website. Which means, as I can see on your account, you just need to go to the other page. Log back in. Turn your phone sideways. Scroll down until you see your username, the TK, and then all the numbers. Look for a small little box right next to your username that has 4 windows in it. Click that box. That takes you right to your members dashboard area and scroll down. The Sunday NFL play is posted, Tim. 100%. Jay Shep, I don't have an opinion on that game. I have nothing on that game. As far as the side or the total goes. I don't let, just because there's going to be wind and nasty weather, I don't just instantly roll to the over or roll to the under. No problem, Tim. If you have any issues, send us an email. We'll walk you through it through email as well. But yeah, look for that little box that's got 4 windows in it and click that. That's like the magic secret menu button. All right, guys, I am going to get out of here. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. Tomorrow for Monday Night Football, we'll be live 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 7 Pacific, an hour later, Monday through Friday. But we'll be live tomorrow. 17 Clipper, get the brooms ready. Get the brooms ready. All right, folks? Remember, props, we bet small. They're like a penny slot machine. They're everywhere in the casino. You bet them small. First quarter overs, we still bet them smaller. You don't bet them on the same length as a regular premium play. All right? And the game that I gave out on the Steelers game, that is a small free play as well. That's not a premium play like the Ravens game. Jeremiah, you have it at 7, still good to go? Yeah, I like 6.5 better though. All right, guys, good luck, everyone.